The Brazilian boys versus the Filipinos.
Exactly.
Geo will go to the blue side and they will ban out the mashup.
So right now we can expect Hylos, we can expect Grok, and Kaja as well as the bans.
Once again.
Sunsparks, they showed us earlier that they aren't afraid of the Chang'o.
Your team is
They
banned.
aren't afraid of the Grok. They can deal with it.
Yep.
And they aren't afraid of Kimi lineup. Actually, they themselves, they pick up the Kimi. They're also one of the few teams that still run the Gushan, even when the Gushan is not anymore famous in our meta, at least here in
Your
the
team
group
is
stages
banning.
of M1.
And you're absolutely right. Masha has been banned and Team Geo eliminated that split push potential that is trending right now.
Oh yeah.
As you can see, Team Geo is clearly having fun waving in the cameras and probably enjoying themselves because again, this is the first time that Mobile Legends invited Western teams to participate in a tournament. So this is quite an experience from them. As you've said, that is the Kaja ban right there for Team Sunsparks. So what's left are
Your team
Grok,
is picking.
Kufra is open for the taking. Even the Cho, even the X-Borg.
Yeah, it's definitely getting the export this time because it's pure damage. It's great versus the Grok. They also have the Kufra, which Sunsparks, you know, this is one of their favorite picks. We know that they have won their championship with this, particularly on the hands of Reflesha. They play it in a, I would say, particular way that you cannot explain.
Yeah.
Because the way they play it is, yeah, it makes the plays. It facilitates for ganks, but sometimes they use it just to force out the movements from the opponents. And of course, the classic swag of the Sunsparks team.
Classic swag coming in from Reflesha. He is known to be the Arrival King.
The king of arrivals.
The king of arrivals, yeah. The rival king in the Philippines. And as you've said, Kimi and Lunox will be the cores for Team Geo, answering that early game aggression from the Kufra. But in terms of sustain, the Sun will indeed spark for Team Sunsparks because they will get the TAMs in order for them to match up with that Kimi aggression.
So Geo Esports can look towards banning out something like a Lolita, but they might not do it anymore.
Okay.
Actually,
they
will not get like a bash. I'm talking about Sunsparks, by the way.
Yeah,
they might ban out the Baksha or a Lolita so that Geo Esports will not have that. But instead, they ban out the Diggy this time. Because it is gonna be should be like the best combo with the Kimi.
Yep, it is.
Sunsparks.
It's either a Diggy or a Jawhead right here for probably for Team Geo. But again, they banned it out. This is classic. This is vintage JP right here.
I really would love to see the Claude this time.
Yep.
They're considering the carry instead. Or the Granger. Well, you know what? What I like about the Claude is that it can be the direct counter to Kimi. What you do is go for the flicker play, but instead Sunsparks will go for the standard push. Of course, Reflesha loves it.
Reflesha with a thumbs up.
The thumbs up. They're having fun. They're having fun.
Let's see right now, Geo Esports.
Brazil.
What is the answer here? They banned out the Chango. This is clearly a respect ban. They do have the Lolita for the taking, but they will go for a standard Akai and a side lane Cho.
Your team is picking.
Sunsparks. What you know what? They get the Gushan most of the time when Lunox and Kimi is up and /or, but this time since Kimi and Lunox they're up, they're gonna get the cushion as well.
Yep.
One of the considerations from Sunsparks could also be an Esmeralda, although I don't think that they will use it this time.
I think
or a Kagura, but more importantly, I think they're gonna go for
Esmeralda.
Okay,
well,
it is an Esmeralda.
It is Indian Esmeralda. Yeah.
They do want that combo in their arsenal because if they do pick the Gushin, I think that's 50-50 because it really depends on the early game. If you have that hero. So 12 seconds left before the game starts. Who do you think has the better draft.
Yeah.
Geo coming in very confident here, picking two very tanky heroes.
I was actually looking at my notes, and I remember that when Sunsparks actually paired the Esmeralda with the Kufra, it's actually really strong because the tempo is quite high. I also looked up the classic picks from Geo Esports from their qualifiers.
Yep.
They really love the Kimi. So I think that they are far too confident with this kind of strategy.
Plus, they do have a lot of zoning tools.
Yeah.
You have the Cho Chunpo, and plus you have the Hurricane Dance to probably counter out the Esmeralda whenever she goes for that falling star moon.
Yeah.
So of course, this is it, ladies and gentlemen. Will Sunsparks, the most and expected, the best expected team to win this one. Let's see if they can pull off this Esmeralda strat. But again, man, Team Geo smiling here.
You know what, Manjin? While it's true that Sunsparks is like the team that's expected to win at least this matchup.
This matchup, yes.
It's scary. Because Geo Esports, we don't know much about them aside from the fact that they have been playing in the qualifiers.
Yes.
That's probably the only VODs that you can watch about Geo Esports. And Sunsparks, when you ask them, they're actually, you know, it kind of makes
them everywhere.
Think.
They're everywhere, right?
Sunsparks, they're everywhere. You know what they're going to play. You know their standard picks.
Yep.
So you might be prepared against them. Geo Esports, that is the complete opposite.
Yes.
You don't know much about them, and maybe, just maybe, there can be the poison against your team.
Against your team, that's right. You're definitely right. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Team Geo Esports will be going to the blue side. Sunsparks from the Philippines. In the red side, Was is gonna use that Grok. Homies in this Kimi Jun as the Lunox Libra, as the Cho and Aura will be using that Akai.
Sunsparks from the Philippines, they're playing on the red side this time. It's Renzio on this Spams, Fuzakan on this X-Board, JP on this Granger, Raflesha on this Kufra, and KelVJ on the Esmeralda.
Quite a risky move right here in the early game, coming in for Homies. And of course, that Akai getting the first blue buff in the top lane, neglecting it from Team Sunsparks. Meanwhile, Renjo will answer it by confusing them here in the Crammer Pit. But again, that is indeed a success for what you've said, an early game Kimi rotation.
It's all about the rotation, it's all about the rotation for the Kimi, right? So he's gonna get to level 4 this time.
Quickly.
Sure, no, actually they're gonna give it to the Lunox this time because they want to go for an invade of the top lane.
Alright.
Maybe, but this will be mirrored by Sunsparks.
Of course, both of the teams having the same plan at the same time, but Sunsparks will get that victory. They will get the first blood and of course the crab coin, and that is your U Mobile replay.
So this is the standard, the quarreled lovers. That's Esmeralda and
Kufra.
Right? The Lord checks out, right?
Yes.
And what they do was it's Raflesha to go first.
Yeah.
Long distance stretching or superhero landing.
The superhero landing and of course the long jump coming in from KelVJ. There you go, charge! Says the girl, and that is another hero falling down for Geo Esports. That is the response as the last bullet will hit another hero. 3 heroes for the side of Team Sunsparks.
Oh, definitely. Sacrificing KelVJ. Look at this. KelVJ with the jump connects onto 2. And of course, with the Stardust Dance and the Frost Moon Shields, enough damage. However, the Lunox tried to take him down, but that was already an overextension. You saw that last bullet coming out from the Granger, JP, to get the last hit. The first kill for the Granger with the Bounty Hunter. That's going to be very important for Sunsparks to snowball.
Yep. 100 gold adding to the income of JP right here. He does have that early nimble blade going into the Raptors machete. He now has 2,000 gold. So with this, it will increase his ability to get all the jungle buffs very quick. We have a 4-1 right now, but with a blink of an eye, Geo Esports with a very sneaky turtle tail.
Exactly. Geo Esports, they still managed to get the farm on their important course. Maybe it's Libra on the show that's not having a good time. But at the very least, it's the Lunox.
Yes.
The bigger question is, how will they keep this Kimi alive?
Yes.
Will be at this time, the arrival play will be there, but the Frost, of course, the Frost Moon Shield on top of the Stardust Dance.
And that was just the slam from KLBJ. Quite a flank right there.
What a flank
Homies did not expect KLBJ to be there, but here we go.
No.
We do have a skirmish here inside the bush.
What a
That
charge.
is a two-man wild charge to be followed up by the Grok. But again, nice disengage from KLBJ using the Frost Moon Shield to get back to this. They are chasing June. That is the last Insanity. Here comes the Order of Brilliance coming in from the Lunox. This is the backup from the Kimi. Quite a slow-paced clash here for the side of Geo Esports. And it is over, ladies and gentlemen. If I'm not mistaken, that is a 2-for-1 or a 1-for-1 exchange.
Oh, there's gonna be a 1-for-1, of course.
Okay.
Raflesha, this is such a classic.
Classic Raflesha move.
I just want to tell our audience right now that he's been doing that for quite a long time already. I think this is the second time in the past two weeks that I saw him solo kill an Akai with this Kufra because of the attack and defense emblem, and now he's doing it once again against the Kimi.
Speaking of solo killing, he doesn't have that ultimate to get the stun. That is the backup from Was. This is clearly Sunsparks propelling this Kimi push that Geo Esports wanted. That is the first score item from Renjo. He will definitely have a good time in the top lane. Meanwhile, 4 heroes coming in from Sunsparks, just buying time in order for them to set up this next objective, this next big fish, which is the turtle.
And of course, the buffs should be top priority for the Esmeralda. We know that Esmeralda is very adamant in taking all of these buffs before she can fight. It's very important for her.
Yep.
And Sunsparks making sure that they don't give away some of those blue buffs.
Yeah.
In turn, maybe they can go for the invade. Raflesha already at the cursed helmet, 5 minutes and 34 seconds in. That's actually pretty fast for a tank.
All right, that is, of course, the Death Sonata right there, missing JP.
Oh,
he
JP.
wants to target homies. Come here, homie. There you go. 3 heroes falling down for Team Geo Esports. There's a double kill coming in from the Sunsparks. And they will clear out 4. Nice initiation from that Death Sonata. And JP locking in his BOD.
This is just way too good. You can see the damage output of the side. Look at this. Like somebody goes in and then somebody follows afterwards. It's just way too good. It's like synchronized dance.
Synchronization of skills.
Oh, symphony of skills, and they even get the buff. No, it's gonna be Was with the wild charge to actually take it.
It's like JP doing initiating with the Death Sonata, immediately followed up by all of these zoning skills for Team Sunsparks. You have KLBJ with the Falling Star Moon. You have the stretch from Raflesha.
The stretching.
The Tyrant's Revenge. So there's a lot of cover up. KLBJ says, hey guys, cover me, and I will do the shooting.
Yeah. Cover fire is good from Sunsparks to protect JP. Falling Starman gonna be used, gonna connect on the Akai this time, but they want the Lunox. Brilliance has been activated. There's the wall charge connecting onto 3, but there's no follow-up from Geo Esports now. Sunsparks, they wanna take this one back. They knock up the Akai, but the Hurricane Dance will be there. It's not gonna be enough as the Esmeralda gets home run.
This is quite deep for Sunsparks, but they do have a huge margin of lead. 20 seconds left for the next turtle. What is the answer for Geo Esports? That is killing spree right there for JP. Having extra 300 gold in his pockets because of this bounty hunter, plus of course the 6 assists. No doubt, this is a huge power spike for this Granger. The Danger Granger.
Danger Granger, indeed.
Is here in Malaysia.
306 with the bounty hunter. I want to see how much gold he has right now. Probably the richest one in the whole game.
Yep.
But you can see the net worth already with the Bloodlust Axe.
Yeah, that's the third core.
For 8 minutes.
That is it. What can Geo Esports do? The team from Brazil, they are grouping up here right now in the top lane, expecting Sunsparks to do some kind of sneaky plays like this. KLBJ and Mr. Fuzaken. They're just threatening them. There you go. That is the Posturize coming in from KLBJ, but they're just confusing them. Of course, JP pushing out the tier 2. We're having ourselves a one-on-one in the bottom lane. This is clearly a Sunsparks game.
Clearly Sunsparks game. They are dictating it. Look at the Akai. Burnt to crisp by the members of Sunsparks. The ball is able to connect, and they will take down. Oh, Raflesha with a 2-man initiation. The ultimate connects. Wait, the Dragon is going to connect onto the Thaps, but the Thaps with the Contra and Inferno will go down under the turret. Sunsparks will still take the 2-for-1.
Oh my. The
Raflesha!
sustainability.
Raflesha!
Once again!
Oh my goodness!
Coast to coast from Philippines to Malaysia.
They bring it
They
home!
bring it home.
Coast to coast! Sunsparks!
What a stretch coming in from Mr. Raflesha. 4-1-10.
And they're
It
not
is that.
done!
And
They
they're
still
not
stay on the
gone.
clock.
There's no stopping them. That is, of course,
Oh.
unstoppable. Plus, of course, the double kill. Nice Hurricane Dance from the Akai, but it
Wiped
won't
out.
do anything as it is a wipeout.
Oh, Raflesha
Sunsparks.
with the ultimate once
Another
again!
one.
Another one bites
Another
the dust!
one.
And they take the wipeout this time! Sunsparks, they cannot be controlled by Geo Esports!
From north to south, from west to east, Raflesha is everywhere. And he is giving his team high fives.
Raflesha says, I don't know who you are,
I don't know where you're from,
but I will find
but
you.
I will find you.
I'm gonna knock you up and use my ultimate and stun you, and my teammates will be there for the last hit, particularly my JP Granger.
They need to respect this, man. This is the championship Kufra right
The
here.
championship Gofra.
The championship Kufra right here from Raflesha. But
The million peso
the million peso arrival. The million peso arrival.
The million peso Tyrant's Rage.
We've witnessed it.
You know this.
Oh my.
And you know what? There was a time about 7 minutes where Raflesha was leading by 1,000 on Akai and about 800 against the Grok.
Yes.
And from the tank perspective, that is actually a lot.
A lot.
That is millions if you think about it.
Yep.
Because the impact of Raflesha having the cursed helmet already by 5 minutes,
Yeah.
that means that the damage output is just way too much.
Yeah.
And then again, his initiations during the late game, it was perfect.
It was perfect, but I do feel for the side of Team Geo, they should have not gave they should have not given June that specific crab coin, because
Oh yeah.
if they did give it to the Kimi, they will definitely tower dive the Tams,
Okay.
and they will definitely have the lead in the first 2 minutes of the game.
You're gonna have to take that. I think the Kimi has done his job in here, and I think
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Grok as well. If you just look at this, very good usage of the wall charge. However, they aren't able to close out the kills.
Yeah,
Why?
of course, yeah.
Because this Lunox is already forced out, pressured by so much, always zoned out by the members of
the
Sunsparks.
Sunsparks.
And without your Kimi and your Lunox in the fray and the Cho, you will not have the chance to take down the members.
Look at this.
The solo kill of
Look
Raflesha.
at that solo kill right there.
And
Raflesha, self-assured, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
But this is probably the last hurrah for the side of Geo Esports. Their last chance to win. That is a clear miss
Yeah.
onto the rocket of the Kimi. And man, the team Sunsparks taking this home.
Yeah, You know what?